Ashley, well, September is National Self-Improvement Month, and one of the best investments that we can make is to invest in improving ourselves. I'm joined now with public speaker Emem Washington to talk about Self-Improvement Month. Good morning. First off, what's the first thing people know when it comes to taking care of ourselves?
Good morning. So when it comes to taking care of ourselves, one of the first things that we can focus on is there are several areas. Like, you can focus on your finances, your health and wellness, business, philanthropic, the list goes on and on. So there are about 13 to 15 areas that you can focus on, and you just have to choose one.
Now, when it comes to choosing one, some people sometimes delay that process because they don't know where to start or how to start. So how can someone start to work towards some of their goals and maybe cross off the list one step at a time?
Yeah, so I'd like to focus on three tips, I guess you could say, three areas. So embracing self-leadership. And what do I mean by self-leadership? Self-awareness. It starts with self-awareness, being aware of who you are, where you are, and where you want to be. So, and what are your values? What, just those certain things about yourself. So self-awareness, and then self-discipline. Now that you've identified these things about yourself, what can you put in place? Is it accountability partners? Is it a coach? What can you put in place so that you maintain discipline along the way? And then the third thing I'll say about self-awareness and self-leadership and self-discipline is resilience. Embrace resilience, right? So when I say that, I mean knowing that challenges are going to come. You're not always going to be able to, everything is not going to be perfect. How will you bounce back? It's about being able to be flexible and know when to pause.
Now, what areas or key points do people struggle with the most? I know you talk about finances, you talk about health a lot, we talk about a number of things, but where are some of the areas that people struggle in the most?
Yeah, so finances is one. Our health and wellness, there's always that extra 5 or 10 pounds that we're wanting to, well, let me speak for myself, wanting to lose. But it really does depend on the person. I think one of the biggest areas is the area of mindset. And I feel like once we set our minds in the right way, then everything else falls into place, right? So if you have the right mindset, this is not going to be easy, but it's doable. Or, putting a growth mindset over a fixed mindset, or I can do this mindset over this is not possible mindset, sets the foundation for the financial goals, the career goals, the spiritual goals, the behavioral goals, even our lifestyle goals, right? So one of the things for me is I want to travel more. That's a lifestyle goal. So.
Well, we only have a couple more months left in the year, so hopefully some of these tips that Emem Washington shared with you this morning will help you on your journey to self-improvement this month. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, still to come this morning.